NAZ's Week 6 cooked and baked list. All right, go ahead. Take it over.
You know the drill, guys. We're gonna start with baked, and look, I think this week is really big for both sides. It's a very interesting week of football. A lot of bad, a lot of good, a lot of historic games, a lot of people that got injured that should have been good, but we're just gonna stick to what we know, and we're gonna start off with the baked list. Hopefully, this is the right one, and I'm not. Oh, that's cooked. Look, baked. We got Herbert and Baker at the top, of course. Both the MVP runners, in my opinion, along with maybe even like Bijan and JSN right now. They're both playing out of their minds, but these two are absolutely unreal. I just don't. If you watch Baker Mayfield play the other day against the Niners, and that little scramble he had when they were just trapping him in the box, and he goes under the tackler, slips under, runs for the first down, and gets extremely hype. I mean, no one's doing that right now besides him. Not even your savior Josh Allen. He looks amazing. And then there's this. There's this. He's getting ran at by just everybody because he has four stringers as his tackles, and he's still winning games. This ended up in a 42-yard catch, and he switched. If you look closely, his left hand, he switched hands so it wouldn't get strip sack. No one's doing that. I'm sorry. These two are MVP candidates in my opinion right now. Along with Daniel Jones, who's been getting slept on a little bit recently, but Daniel Jones is also up there. I think he's like 4 or 3 for me. But we'll continue. Emuka Ebuka, he only got hurt, but whatever. Tez Johnson, the other rookie on that team, looked great. Baker just made him look like a monster. Rashad White, great backup for Bucky Irving. He's injured. He might be back this week. He looked good for the run
No,
game.
he's out again. I know that because I have him on 2 fantasy teams,
I
and I'm
also do
cooked.
too. I couldn't tell. I didn't even see it.
I'm
But
cooked without him. We'll put it that way.
right. And Lamar Jackson. Listen, I'll explain right now. Well, as you can see, the Ravens are dog shit, and you know people were telling me last year, that Josh Allen was better because if he was off that team, the Bills would be awful, and Josh is doing this and that. Well, Josh Allen's playing like dog shit this year. Back to the turnover guy that we know and love. This was Lamar Jackson before he got injured, by the way. Yeah, and then he got hurt. So, um, he's on my cooked or baked list this week because it just goes to show that this is true. Okay, it just does. He was playing some of the best football of his life. Just started off scorching hot, and it's sad to look at that team. Indiana Jones, right under him. Again, people are sleeping on him again for some reason. He's playing out of his mind recently. Mahomes looked great. Against the Lions, even though he got bailed out a few times on the Chiefs refs partnership that we all know and love. JT, um, I think he's the best in the league right now. I know Bijan just went absolutely ballistic right now or last night, but I personally think that JT is a little bit better of a runner. That I know that might sound crazy to some people, but as a running back, I can just tell who's got it the best. And I think Bijan and JT are like neck and neck, but I think JT is slightly better. But last night really made it close. Dart and Skittles. If you don't know who Skittles is, that's Scatterboo. They tore up the Eagles, and I like to see everyone was happy about that. Abdul Carter had a great game as well defensively, attacking Jalen Hurts and pressuring him into throwing almost a pick six. Great, beautiful. I love to see that. James Cook, the leader of the Bills, in my opinion, I think he's the guy. I think he's just what you guys thought Derrick Henry was to Lamar. I think James Cook is that to
Get this
Josh.
man more receptions.
I agree. Yeah, get him the
He had
ball.
87 rushing yards last night and had 8.7 fantasy points. I need more than that.
Yeah, yeah. Not Mac Jones. I meant to put Drake May. They're both the same player, but whatever. Drake May. Oh my gosh. Spencer Rattler was nice. I'm not gonna lie. He looked pretty decent against that New England defense, even though they lost. Bryce Young. I'm gonna repeat. Bryce Young. Let me see if I can find this stat for you. Bryce Young has 9 career wins, eight winning drives he led in the fourth quarter for those 9 wins. Something special about Bryce Young, bro. He just needs some help. I'm just saying. Rico Dowdle. I don't know what's happening. I don't know who this guy thinks he is. I don't know who he's feeling like. But
I mean, it helps that he played against the Cowboys
well,
defense
he,
this week.
he
To be
said
fair,
during
but
his media he said during the media day that media scrummage, he said, they didn't buckle up. I was like, oh, okay, they didn't buckle up. Hey, Dak and Pickens, you guys look great. I'm gonna be honest. I thought Dak was like a really one-dimensional quarterback coming into this year because he could only throw a CD, and that was pretty evident the first 2 games before CD got hurt. And then Pickens, he gets hurt, and then Pickens is just he's slinging it everywhere. Dak is just slinging it all over the field, and Pickens just has to be the wide receiver one, and he's loving it. So that was fun to watch, even though they lost. Booty on the I think on the Patriots, he looks great at the wide receiver. The Saints, when they had their good drives, I thought they looked prominent. They didn't look like the worst team in the league. I think they're having an honorable tank. I think that you could put it that way. They're trying at least.
I mean, that's the best way to tank is like just
Right.
barely losing every game because it
That's
shows
true.
that you're
Yeah.
right there, but you also get the great pick.
And that's what the Nets did in the NBA last year, even though they did not receive the #1 overall pick for some reason, and the Mavericks did. Well, that's a different conversation for a different day. Tampa Bay's defense looked very fun. They were destroying Mac Jones and those boys. CMC looked great. I didn't put him on here because they lost, and I kind of forgot about him. But CMC is on this list. Don't get it twisted. He is the reason that team is still relevant. Devin White and Max Crosby. Granted, they were going against the Titans, and I mean, they looked absolutely stunning. Devin White, especially. Devin White looked like a monster, like he did in Tampa Bay in that Super Bowl a few years ago against the Chiefs, which is that entire Tampa Bay run. He was on something, especially that playoff. So, congratulations to him. Too bad he's on the Raiders. Genty, I'm really hoping you win Rookie of the Year, man, but it's just not gonna happen. I just don't think so. I think you're right. You're on pace to doing some great stuff with your career, but the Raiders just aren't doing you well. They aren't giving you enough touches. I don't think you're going to get enough touches into the second half of the year. Maybe Rome Odunze, I think he's great. Jalen, I don't know if you could agree with that. I know you guys barely won, scraped by yesterday, but I thought he had a pretty good game, even though they called back one of his touchdowns. I didn't get to watch too much of it, but while I was at the game, I had the game on my phone, and
I can agree.
I thought he had a pretty good game. That's just me though. Drake London. Wow, looked like JSN out there. I don't even know Drake London. I don't know if he's a top 10 wide receiver or not, but he had a top 5 wide receiver game yesterday. Let's just say that. Great game by him. Matt Stafford. I mean, he beat the Ravens 17-3, whatever. Not the greatest game because they should have probably blown them out by like 30, but they won, and he was a big part of it. McVay looked good that game. Didn't call too many dumb plays. The Panthers organization is doing right by Bryce right now. They're back at 500, like I told you guys they would be. They're 3-3. Big Bryce believer over here. Waddle had a great game. Good for him, and I'm proud of him. He's proven me wrong. He torched us. So even though they lost, you have 2 as your quarterback. That's your excuse. Dicker the kicker, JSN, Sam Darnold, Michael Penix. You're all right with me. A-Rod and DK are a fun duo, and Jalen Ramsey for saying put Shadur in the game because the other guy was dog shit, and we'll get to that in a second. Honorable mentions, I would say. I don't think I put the photo in, but honorable mentions for Baked List is DeAndre Swift. Big run last night. Big game from him. Trevor Lawrence had a pretty good game. Really good game, actually. No picks, like 200 something yards, maybe 300, and he had 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Brian Thomas Jr. was great. Caleb looked all right. Jaden Daniels, I don't know if he looked the greatest. I couldn't watch the entire game. I don't
He
know if you
looked the
guys
greatest, but he didn't look bad either.
right.
Like,
Okay, so is that honorable mention worthy or no?
yeah, that's worthy. Yeah.
Okay. Jared Goff, I thought he played great. I think he just got screwed over because he played the Chiefs in prime time on Arrowhead Stadium. Hollywood Brown looks amazing. He does. He looks amazing. And to the part that we all know and love, the cook.
I have a couple before we move on. I want to shout out Matthew Golden for the few times that he touched the ball. He looked really good. He was able to make guys miss. He's a speed demon. He's got good hands.
See, I didn't
And
really.
then Ben Johnson as well for the Bears because they're
Yeah.
winning
Oh, yeah,
games this
100%.
year, that they would have lost last year. They're able to get it done at the end of games where Matt Eberflus would have lost.
Hey, shout out Matt Eberflus making the Cowboys defense look horrible. Yeah, I completely agree. Ben Johnson, he's proved a lot of people wrong. He started off a little shaky, but Matthew Golden, yeah, I see. With me, with rookies to get on the baked list, you have to be just got to be great. I think he was okay.
I get you.
It was against the Bengals, and I thought he should have done a little bit more. And it was a little shaky. None of the Packers player really made it. Josh Jacobs could have made it. Michael Parsons has done nothing the past like 2-3 weeks, so whatever. But back to the cooked list. We're gonna start off with Brian Branch, you moron. Oh my gosh, you are a moron. I'm sick of this motherfucker.
He did give Juju a bloody nose, so.
Bro. I'm a big Juju fan. Okay, I know he's a Chiefs, but I've been a Juju fan since he was a Steeler when he was with AB, and look. I'm not saying this because I'm a big Juju fan, but Brian Branch is a little moron. He's a childish football player.
Dude, both of their centers are or safeties are. What's his name? Okay. Kirby Joseph is.
I think he's better than Branch though. Like,
oh no, they're both. They're good players, but I hate them both because they're dirty.
Emotional stance only. Like Brian Branch is literally just the worst. He's been fined like 7 times this year already. It's only week 6. You know what I mean? So, look, Brian Branch, just get it together. You're a moron. Stop fighting. You do not have to be at the top of the list because Justin Fields deserves his top spot. Justin Fields is
boy.
Justin
I
Fields
love you, Justin, but that was horrific.
Justin Fields is the worst quarterback I've seen this decade. He is horrible, and I mean that with the bottom of my heart. Horrible, terrible. He had -10 net passing yards. That means, if you guys don't know, that he had some passing yards, but he got sacked so much because he held onto the ball. Obviously, the O-line plays a part, but they gave him 5 seconds to throw the ball, and he just didn't throw it. He held onto the ball so much that he got sacked 9 times, and it took away all his yards. Well, nothing he can do about that. I mean, he's just so bad. I don't know. There's no way you can convince me that Tyrod Taylor is worse than Justin Fields. And I was seeing some reports that were saying that the Jets organization wanted Tyrod to start over Justin Fields. A lot of people in the building wanted Tyrod over him, and no one had, and they just didn't do it. There was no competition for Justin Fields. He just started off the bat. He's horrible. He needs to be benched. Aaron Glenn is a horrible coach at the moment. I don't know what is going on with him.
Dude, he might not make it through the year at this rate. I'm dead serious. Because New York is the most New York is the most reactionary market in the league. The media might just pressure them so much that he's gone before week 17.
And you guys remember they were trying to blame Aaron Rodgers? Yeah, cut it out. Your organization is horrible. You don't know what you're doing over there. Josh Allen, dog shit. Yeah, I said it. Yeah. Look at it hard and well. Look at it hard and well. Horrible. Look, he's back to the Josh Allen we know and love. 2 years ago, he led the league in interceptions, and he's doing it again this year. 4 interceptions in 3 games, and he's an MVP front runner. He's not even top 5 right now. I can name 5 better players than Josh Allen right now, and he's playing horrible. He can't win the big games. He tried on Sunday against the Patriots last week, and he tried yesterday against the Falcons. And how do the Falcons go from losing 30-0 to the Panthers to beating the Bills? Oh, the NFL is just great, But look, Josh Allen, do better. You're letting your team down. You're making James Cook look like the star of the team. You're supposed to be the guy. Okay. Moving on, the Jets. We already got into this. Jets and Aaron Glenn, horrible. Dylan Gabriel, horrible. 52 passes and no touchdowns. You know who would have scored? You know who would have scored at least once? Well, we don't have to go there. We don't. Jalen, you know who?
I think you give Gabriel a couple more weeks just because they did use a higher pick on him. But if there's nothing there, just bench him. Just bench him.
It's time.
I think it's time, bro. Listen,
it's time.
52 passes. I know we're playing the Steelers here, but the Steelers are known to just like have low scoring games. Score a point, score a touchdown. You're just making all these horrible mistakes. He didn't throw a good pass over 10 yards. He did last week too, and no one talked about it because it was a close game, right? And against the Vikings. But this week he did the same thing. He didn't throw a good pass over 10 yards. He threw a lot of short routes. 24 for 52. Come on, man. We got to stop this. And then this play. I don't know if you guys remember this play. I didn't get the video, but if Shedeur did this, this is the play where Dylan Gabriel was about to get sacked, and he grabs the guy from the ground and grabs him by the shoulder pads and like roughs him up, like, and then walks like nothing happened. And then the Steelers are looking like, what are we doing? Look, if Shedeur Sanders did that, oh man,
he'd be on ESPN getting clowned.
He would
all over.
Would be. Oh my goodness, it would be ugly. Okay, start Shedeur Sanders. Be better.
It's time, bro.
Do what Jalen Ramsey's done. And moving on, the refs when the Chiefs are on prime time. Don't we all love that? Don't you just love that?
No, we don't.
Anyways, don't we just love the Chiefs being so good when the refs are on their side? I love it so much. No, I don't.
Dude, if they would have lost this week, they would have been 2-4, which means that they probably could have only lost at maximum 2 or 3 more games the rest of the year to still be safe in the playoffs. And they still have division games coming up. They got to play the Chargers again. I'm just saying, like, if they lost this week, they could be in some trouble. So maybe commissioner's office made a call. They had to get Detroit down.
You got to have the Chiefs in the playoffs. You have to. It's just the thing, I guess. Dan Campbell. I don't know what you were doing in that game, man. I mean, a lot of weird plays. You got to know the rules too. I mean, I thought that was a touchdown with Jared Goff for the first drive, but you just got to know the rules. I mean, if you got to know if you're going to the Chiefs and you're going to call a play like that, you have to know the rules. You have to. Otherwise, they're going to call it back every time. Doesn't matter who you are. If you're the Chiefs at home and you call a special play like that, you're not gonna get it. They're gonna call a flag every time. And the crazy part about it is it was non-reviewable, and they still reviewed it and called it back. Whatever. St. Brown, where are you? I don't know. Didn't have a great game. I couldn't see him on the field. I don't know. Puka, because you got hurt, not because you're bad, just because you got hurt. You're cooked. Devontae
I think
Adams,
he's only day to day though, so I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, but it sucked. He was wobbling the rest of the game. Devontae Adams, where are you? Catch a pass, maybe. Catch a touchdown, would you? Tua, welcome back to the cooked list. 3 interceptions. That's beautiful. I love it. He had a good game otherwise. I mean, he was driving on us and making our defense look kind of stupid sometimes.
How is Mike McDaniel? How does he still have a job?
It's a great question.
I guess another question: who gets fired first, Mike McDaniel or Luke Fickell?
Or Aaron Glenn? Oof. Luke Fickell probably will stay the entire year. By the way, he has a good excuse with that schedule of his. Shout out James Franklin getting fired. Praise God, he's on the cooked list too. Bill Krosky Merritt fumbled twice. I'm pretty sure. That's automatic. And you lost, so yeah, automatic cooked. If Derrick Henry was the force of the Ravens, where are you? Yeah, I was here all last year. Derrick Henry, I don't know. Even though the year before Lamar Jackson won MVP, but Derrick Henry, where are you? John Harbaugh, please get fired. I'm sick of you. One week you adjust the defense, you allow less than 20 points, and then you can't score more than 5. Get out of here. The refs versus the Bears. Jalen, I know you love that. A lot of questionable calls, a lot of weird illegal formation calls. A lot of just third down turnover, just really weird calls that make.
That was the first time I seen Caleb actually animated about a call when that doomsday call went back.
Those are pretty bad, and I'm not even
animated. They showed him on the sideline like, going crazy. I'm like,
it's true. I look, like you said about baseball, you're a baseball realist. I'm a football realist. That was horrible officiating against the Bears last night. I think it looked completely rigged. I know it probably wasn't, but like it just looked really bad on their part. Bo Nix, don't think you get a pass, buddy. You did not play good. You don't get a pass from me, Bo Nix. The Cardinals, I don't even know. Jacoby Brissett played all right, and then they just fell apart. I don't know. That organization is just so weird to me. If Kyler Murray was on any other team, he'd be a top 10 quarterback. I think personally, I genuinely believe that. Why challenge on a 1-yard catch in the Bears and Commanders game? Let's just stop. What are we doing? The Eagles, love it. Back to form. Jalen
You
Hurts.
love to see that.
Jalen Hurts, you suck. You're bad. If any other quarterback was on that team that is a top 10 quarterback right now, I don't think they would lose a game right now. I don't think they lose a game.
Dude, every single the weird he might be the most protected quarterback in the league because the second you criticize him, even in the slightest, just every Eagles fan just somehow finds it and floods you. Like it I don't know, man.
He's not good. I look, I was saying this to my friends yesterday. Jalen Hurts is a great game manager. He knows how to win. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That is one thing everyone will never take away from him. He's a winner, and I'll stand by that. But being a quarterback, you are not good at the position. You are good at getting your team in position to win, but you're not good at forcing that win on your part. I don't think he's good at that at all. I don't think he's good deep throw. He doesn't have a moon ball like Russell Wilson. He doesn't have the arm like Aaron Rodgers or Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen in the middle. He doesn't. He can barely throw short routes. If you saw him target AJ Brown last game, bro, it was pathetic. He couldn't get to him. I don't know. Jalen Hurts, you're cooked right now, man. I can't back you up. You lost that game. The 4-time tush pushes are I can't even defend that. Like I'm a big believer in that you shouldn't ban plays, but come on, Nick Sirianni, you got to do better than that. Stop calling it tush push 4 times in a row. Can we be serious? That's just so bad. Keon Coleman, where are you? If you can hear me, wake up. Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. Show some enthusiasm when the Bears are playing the Commanders. I mean, like, come on, bro. I was watching some of the game last night, and I had an AirPod in or whatever, and it was just like, dude, you guys aren't even excited for this team. Like, it's all Jaden Daniels, blah blah blah. The Bengals and Joe Flacco. I don't understand that signing. I don't understand that trade at all.
I will say that I think they looked better than they did with Jake Browning.
Okay.
And then about the Bears.
I mean, Jamar Chase is still a dog. That's what I learned on Sunday. Was Jamar Chase is still that guy. But that's about it.
And one thing I say about the Bears is that they overcame a big odd. You know, they were 1-10 coming off their bye week since 2014.
Yeah.
So they are now 2-10.
Good for them, Brand. And look,
improvement.
Jordan Love is good and bad at the same time. I know they won. I know he played his ass off a little bit, and I don't really know if he's necessarily cooked. He's just not. You're the worst good team in the league. I'll put it that way. Does that make sense? I think the Packers are the worst good team in the league, and that's not.
I don't know how to evaluate this team because I think Matt LaFleur holds this team back a little bit.
Passive, dude. He's extremely passive.
I mean, it's gotten worse through the years too. Like, he didn't used to be this passive. Like, you get a 4th and 2 on the 50-yard line, he's taking the delay of game 10 times out of 10.
Why?
Whereas back in the day, he used to at least try for it.
With Rodgers, he would just go.
I mean, I don't know if he just doesn't trust Love or what, but also this is gonna be the hottest take I think you've ever heard. I think Josh Jacobs, don't clip this please, because I don't want this online. I think Josh Jacobs doesn't fit the scheme that the Packers try to run.
Explain. I'm interested.
So the thing with the Packers is they love to run play action. Josh Jacobs does not fit a play action type offense, and I think a lot of the other players on the team do. That's why when Aaron Jones was healthy in 2023, that's why the offense ran so well, because Jones was more of the speed back that works in that type of offense. Not saying that they can't get it working, because obviously Jacobs had a fantastic year last year and he had a great week this week. So it's on him to try and figure it out. But with the system that they were running, I think it was so tailor-made to what they were doing that year, and that's why they got so hot, and that's why they haven't been quite up to that standard since then.
Have you thought about maybe Jordan Love just isn't good at play action? That's what I think. That's personally, I don't think he's.
Well, the thing is, last year when the offense really fell apart towards the end of the season, they weren't running play action that much, and that's why, because they were trying so hard to get Josh Jacobs the ball 20 to 25 times a game. That's, I think, part of why Love fell off a little bit.
Okay.
Now, of course, he was injured. This is probably the dumbest take you'll ever hear.
I mean, it's
But
not. I just don't think. I don't think Jordan Love's that good at play action. I think he's just when he does it, he. Aaron Rodgers used to actually sell it, like insanely sell it, but Jordan Love just gets right back in position to throw the ball. He doesn't try to sell it. He gets nervous that he's gonna get sacked or something. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's just me watching football, but I can agree to a degree. I think it's Jake. I think it's more Love than Jacobs, but I think both of them just don't work very well in play action. I agree. T. Higgins, where are you? Wake up. Chase Brown sucks. Javonte Williams, you're on this list because you did nothing to help win that game, and you lost against the Panthers because you had no run game. Cam Ward, welcome to hell. You are trash. Oh my God, it is insane to me. Where's that clip? Where is it? It's a little bit concerning that Cam Ward has been worse than Will Levis with basically the same team. Now, Jalen and I were saying this in the draft. Draft Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter. Okay.
I was with you guys.
Yeah.
And he needed to fix other parts. It was not I ain't gonna say Will Levis was great, but
he ain't great,
you
but
needed to feel the other team, the whole team.
I think his meme plays made him look worse than he actually was.
He wasn't that bad. Like I didn't think he was that bad. I thought he was all right. I think he was like getting there, I don't think Cam Ward is getting there. I don't. I think he's playing genuinely horrible. I know
this year was not a quarterback year. I was with you guys. I think you ride it out with Will Levis because you ain't going anywhere either way this year. The Titans weren't. They weren't going anywhere. Just draft a really good skill position player like an Abdul Carter to try and just give them a bit more of a chance for when the new quarterback does come in.
I say Abdul Carter was the perfect pick for them. Their defense is already pretty decent last year, at least. You draft Abdul Carter, develop him. Will Levis gets better at the system, and they just fired their coach too. And it's just like, dude, I don't know. The team's just, I don't know. They're not going to be good for a very long time. Geno Smith.
They should have never fired Mike Vrabel. That's what they shouldn't have done.
Geno Smith, I can still smell you. It's pretty shitty. Josh Allen just lost 2 straight games to the Falcons and Patriots with a combined 4 turnovers, but look, Jalen Hurts, he is not great recently, but I will agree with this. No one's ever going to give him any shit for it because for some reason, I don't know, it's so weird. This is a play that, look, okay, is this a catch on the right, guys? What do you think?
I mean, I think the main argument for it being a catch would be that it didn't really bobble at all when it hit the ground. But the Chiefs were smart on that too. They got right up to the line and snapped it. I think Dan Campbell should have thrown the challenge flag probably. Because even if you lose it, you're giving yourself a chance there.
Right. This is not a good this is not a good list to be on. Caleb Williams is all right so far, and Bryce, but Trevor Lawrence was really bad for like 4 years. Yeah, not the best thing to look at when you're looking at.
I mean, I think that says more about the coaches than anything else too. Like if you look at Frank Reich, terrible in Carolina. Matt Eberflus, we know what happened in Chicago.
Right.
It's just Brian Callahan might be the worst coach of the decade. I mean, it says more about the coaches than the QBs to me.
Couldn't be more correct. This is fun. They tried to gaslight people into thinking Derrick Henry was the reason Lamar wasn't the MVP last season. Well, let me tell you, he was. Yeah, well, and this is sad. He missed a little bit of time, but we'll see him soon. But that is your cooked and baked list for the week. And congrats to all those who made the bake list, and looking forward to not seeing you on the cooked list next week if that's possible. Chargers Colts next week, gonna be fun.